morning, students. Hope you all are fine and taking good care of yourself. Stay safe and stay at home, students. Okay. So, in our previous video, we have seen that how to add ing to the verbs, isn't it? And I hope you saw the video and you understood it and you have done the exercise as well in the grammar book, right? So today we are going to take up a new subtopic in verb, that is tenses of a verb. Okay, so in order to know what are the tenses or what is the tense of a verb, we need to know what is the verb first. So let us again refresh what is verb. A verb is a word which express an action and a state. Okay, so what all action or state the subject is performing, that is known as a verb. Okay, example: running, reading, writing, playing. Okay, so here examples are in the form of sentences. Let us see that. He is running. Running is the verb and is the helping verb and running is the main verb. The students are reading. Are reading is the verb, are is the helping verb and reading is the main verb. They are playing. They are playing is the verb, are is the helping verb and playing is the main verb. Okay, so now you know what is a verb. Now let us see what is a tense. A tense is a form a verb takes to show the time it happened. So verb here represents action or state happened at what time. Okay, so it is known as tense. It actually describes when an action happened with respect to time. So when an action happened with respect to time. Now the time the action took place could be in present tense, past tense or future tense. So the time the action took place could be in the form of present tense, past tense and future tense. Okay, so this is you have to understand this timeline properly, as we are going to use this timeline for understanding when an action took place with respect to time. When an action took place with respect to time. Okay, now let us see the types of tenses. So types of tenses, they are three types of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Present tense, a verb which refers to present time, is said to be in the present tense. So here any action or state which is done now or in the present time is known as present tense. Example: I write, I study. Next, second one, past tense. Past tense, a verb which refers to past time, is said to be in the past tense. So an action or state which already happened in the past is known as past tense. Example: I wrote, I studied. Next, future tense. A verb which refers to future time is said to be in the future tense. So any action or state which is going to take place in future later, then it is known as future tense. Example: I will write, I will study. Okay, so here you can find the difference between the examples of present tense, past tense and future tense. So first let us see what is there in the present tense. In present tense, we will be writing the base verb and we will be adding es or ias to the base verb. In past tense, what we are doing, we are adding ed to the main verb, to the base verb. Study, studied. Here studied, studied. Study, study. St, because here y is at the end, so we will drop y and we will write I instead of y and we will add ed to the word. And here one more example is there: I write, I wrote. Here we are not adding ed, so there is a difference between this example and this example. So why both are different? Because one is regular verb and one is irregular verb. This regular and irregular verbs we will be discussing after explaining these types of tenses. Okay, now let us move on to future tense. Future tense example is we are adding will to the base form of the verb. Okay, we are adding will to the base form of the verb. Okay, now let us take few more examples so that you can better understand the past tense, present tense and future tense. Okay, now present tense, sun rises from the east. As I said you, we will be adding s, es or ies to the base verb in the present tense. So here to the base verb we are adding s. Okay. Next, past tense, Jimmy planted beautiful saplings. Planted. Plant is the base word. We are adding ed to the base word planted in order to change it into past tense. Okay, got it, students? Now, future tense. Jimmy will eat pizza after playing. So, will. We are adding will to the base form of the verb here. Will eat. Eat is the base form of the verb and we are adding will in order to make it into a future tense. Okay, so present tense adding s, es and ies. Past tense, two rules. First is adding ed to the base form, and second one, there is no specific rule for it. For each word it will be changing. For like the base word, what the base word will be, when we are changing it into past tense it will change, and again when we are changing it into past participle again it will change. So we will be seeing this rule in the next slide. Okay, and future tense we are adding will to the base verb of the base verb. Okay, now let us see past tense, regular and irregular verbs. As I have discussed these things in a brief in the previous examples, let us see it in detail. Okay, so regular verb, irregular verb. Example, arrive. Base form is arrive, past form is arrived, past participle arrived. So what we are doing, we are in the regular verb, we are adding ed to the base form in past form and past participle form. Okay, so what we are doing, we are adding ed to both to the base form for past form and past participle form. It is in regular verb. Second one, irregular verb. Example, drink. Past form will be drank and past participle will be drunk. So as I said you, there is no certain fixed rule for irregular verbs. They will be changing according to the words. So the base form will be different, past form will be different, and past participle will also be different form. Okay. So for regular verbs, there is a basic rule that we will be adding ed to the to the base form of the verb. But for irregular, there is no certain rule like adding anything to the base form of the verb. They differ from base verb will differ from past form, and past form again will differ from past participle form. Okay, now let us see the difference between regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs, they have fixed pattern, like adding ed to base form of the verb, isn't it? But irregular verbs, there is no fixed pattern. They differ according to the words. They differ according to the forms. Okay. Verbs base form is d, ed and ied. So adding verb plus d, or adding verb plus ed, or adding verb plus ied. But for irregular verb, there are no such fixed formula, fixed pattern. They cannot be formed by adding any fixed character. Okay, they cannot be formed by adding any fixed character. The total word will be different from each other in all the forms. The words will differ in all the forms in the irregular verbs. Got it, students? Okay, now let us see the verb base form plus d when we are adding d to the verb. So how we are doing, let us see. Okay, base form like, agree, die. So what is common here? All the words are ending with e, isn't it? All the words are ending with e. So instead of adding ed, what we are doing, we are just adding d, because already e is in the word. That's why what we are doing, we are just adding d here. Got it, students? So like, light, light. So past is light, and past participle is also a liked. So what we are doing, we are not adding e one more time because already e is there in the word. We are just adding d. So for agree also same rule applies. We are just adding d because e is there in the end. So past will be agreed, past participle will also be agreed. Okay, die. Again for die we are adding only d because e is already there in the word. So died, past will be died, past participle will be died. Okay, let us move on to the next one. Verbs base form plus ed. Base form of the verb plus ed. So what is the base form here? Jump, call, look. So here what we are doing, because there is no e at the end of the word, that's why we are adding ed to the verb. Okay, jump, jumped, jumped. Past will be jumped, past participle will also be jumped. Okay, so base form call, past participle called, past called, and past participle is also called. So what we are doing here, we are adding ed to the verb. Look will be the base form, looked will be the past, and looked will be the past participle. Here also for look there is no e in the end of the word, that's why we are adding ed to the verbs for both past and past participle. Now the third one, verbs base form plus IED. Verbs base form plus IED. So let us see base form cry, study, marry. So what is common in between these three words? Y is coming at the end of each word. Y is coming at the end of each word. So this rule you have already studied. Do you remember where did you study? Yes, you have studied in adding ing to the verbs, isn't it? So whenever the word is ending with y, what you have to do? You have to drop y and you have to add I to it, isn't it? So that's the reason why we are adding here IED, because the word is ending with y. That's why we are dropping y and we are adding IED to the verb. Okay, cry is the base verb. When we are adding IED, it becomes cried, CRIED, cried. We are dropping y and adding I. Again in the past participle, it will be cried. Okay. Next, base form study, y is at the end, so we are dropping y and we are adding IED. Studied, STUDIED. So the past form will be studied and past participle will also be studied. Okay, next, marry. What is the last alphabet of the word marry? It's Y again. So that's why we are dropping Y and we are adding IED. MARRIED, married. So past is married and past participle is also married. Okay, got it, students? So next, I've made a small video for you to just understand it, and on the other hand you can have fun with it. So fun learning video, here you go.
Yesterday I was, today I am, or I am now, tomorrow I will. Yesterday I had, today I have, or I am having, tomorrow I will have. Past tense is yesterday, present tense is today, future tense is tomorrow, tenses are okay. Yesterday I did, today I do, or I am doing, tomorrow I will do. Yesterday I said, today I say, or I am saying, tomorrow I will say. today. Future tense is tomorrow. Tenses are okay. Yesterday I went. Today I go. Or I am going. Tomorrow I will go. Yesterday I saw. Today I see. Or I am seeing. Tomorrow I will see. Past tense is yesterday. Present tense is today. Future tense is tomorrow. Tenses are okay. Sometimes add an ed to make a word past tense. Yesterday I played. Today I play. Or I am playing. Tomorrow I will play. Yesterday I worked. Today I work. Or I am working. Tomorrow I will work. Sometimes add an ed to make a word past tense. If you want it future tense, then you add the word will. Past tense is yesterday. Present tense is today. Future tense is tomorrow. Tenses are okay.
Okay students, so I hope you enjoyed the video and also you got the concept of past tense, present tense and future tense. So in the past tense what you have to do, you have to add ed to the verb, base verb. In present tense you have to add s, es or ies to the base verb, and in future tense what you have to do, you have to add will to the base verb. Okay, now I want you to take out your grammar books, grammar today books, and we will do exercise N, page number 40. Okay, so the exercise N is starting in page number 40 and it is ending on page number 41. So let us see what we have to do in exercise N. So students, are you ready with your books? Shall we start the exercise? Yes, come on, let's do it. Okay, fill in the blanks with past tense from the box. So you have to fill, they are fill in the blanks which you have to fill with past tense. Okay, in the box answers are given. So from these answers you have to select the appropriate answer and fill in the blank to make a proper sentence. Okay, so now let us see what all words are there in the box. Okay, first one is repaired, forgot, left, came, sold, gave, did, went, celebrated, broke, read and chased. Okay, read and chased. So here, first sentence, let us see the first sentence. Shan dashed his car for a good price. Shan sold. Sold is in the past tense, isn't it? So what is the present tense of sold? Sell. So we are changing sell to sold in order to make it a past tense, isn't it? So what type of verb it is? Regular or irregular? It is irregular because we are not adding ed to the base word. Okay, the base word is sell here. So the past tense is here sold. So it is irregular verb, isn't it? Next, so answer is sold. Next, they went to zoo last Sunday. They went. So went is the past tense And what is the present tense here? Go. And from go we are changing to went in order to make it a past tense. So answer is went. Next, third one, the plumber dashed the tap yesterday. The plumber repaired the tap yesterday. Repaired. So what we are doing here? We are adding ed to the verb, base verb, isn't it? So what type of verb it is? It is regular verb, isn't it? Because we are adding ed. So what will be the present form? It is repair, and we when adding the ed to repair, it becomes repaired, which is in past tense. Next, fourth one, the children dash well, the children's dash very well in the exam. The children did very well in the exam. So, do is the present form of did. We are changing do to did in order to make it a past tense. So, again, it is a irregular verb, isn't it? Next, my mother dashed me a gift yesterday. My mother gave me a gift yesterday. So, gave, what is the present tense of gave? Give. Give is changed to gave in order to make it as past tense. And again, it is an irregular verb, isn't it? Next, Shama dashed her cardigan in the bus. Forgot. So what is the present tense of forgot? Forget. Forget will be changed to forgot in order to make it as past tense, and again it is an irregular verb. Rehana dash her anniversary in a restaurant. Celebrated. So what is the base form? What is the present tense? Celebrate. Celebrate is changed to celebrated. We are adding ed to the base form. So what type of verb it is? It is a regular verb, isn't it? Celebrated, regular verb, and it is in the past tense. Okay. I dashed the poem last night. I read the poem last night. So here what is the past present form? It is read. Read is changed to read in order to make it into a past tense. Okay, and it is also a and it is irregular. Okay. The cat dashed the mouse across the kitchen floor. The cat chased the mouse across the kitchen floor. So, what is the base form of this verb? Chase. Chase. So, what we are doing? We are changing it into past tense by adding what? D. Why we are adding only D? Because already E is there in the spelling. E, the word is ending with E. So, here we are just adding D to the base verb. So chased, and it is a regular one, regular verb. Okay, 10th one, the Khans dash in London for many years. The Khans lived in London for many years. Lived. So what is the present form? Live. Live. Again the word is ending with E. So what we are doing, we are just adding D to the verb in order to make it into a past tense. So again it is a regular verb. Next one, the dog dashed the glass jar. Broke. What is the present form of broke? Break, isn't it? So break is written as broke in order to make it as past tense. And what form it is? It is irregular, isn't it? Rashid and Shayan dash out of the library in 20 minutes. Came out of the library. Came, what is the present form? Come. Come is changed into came in order to make it into a past tense. So this is also an irregular verb. So students, I hope you all understood this. Okay, so now let us go to the next exercise. Exercise O, page number 41. Okay, here question is change the underlined verbs into the past tense and rewrite these sentences. So here the question is given in present tense, and what we are doing, we are rewriting it into past tense. So let us see the underlined word. It is given in present tense and we have to change that underlined word into past tense. Okay, let us see the first one. Sadia sings well. So what is the present tense of verb here? Sings. So what we have to do? We have to change sings into past tense. So let us see what we are doing. Sadia sang well. So sing is changed to sang in order to make it into a past tense. Okay, so underline sang. So if you're underlining it, it will be easy for you to refer when you're preparing for your exam. Okay, students? So I want you to underline the word which you are changing from present to past tense. Okay, so first question, underline sang in the answer. So next, second question, Mr. Sadiq comes home late from work. So Mr. Sadiq, comes will be changed to came. Comes, came home late from work. So came is the past tense of comes. So underline came. Next one, third one, there is a fly in my soup. So the word underlined is fly, but it is not a verb, it is a noun here. So the verb in the sentence is. So we have to change is to past tense. So answer, there was a fly in my soup. So is changed to was in order to make it in a past tense. So underline was. Next, the corner shop sells sweets and cakes. So, sells will be changed to past tense. So, let us see what we will be doing. The corner shop sold sweets and cake. So, sells will be changed to sold. Okay, underline sold. Next, fifth one, I see a pigeon on the windowsill. Okay, so see is in present tense. Let us change it into past tense. I saw a pigeon on the windowsill. So see will be changed to saw. Okay, see, saw is the past tense form, isn't it? So underline saw. Next, Seema has two books. So has we have to change is in present tense and we have to change it into past tense. Now let us see. Seema had two books. So has is changed to had. Okay, so underline had because had is the past tense of has. Next, seventh one. Pharaohs catches the ball well. So catches is in present form, present tense, isn't it? So we have to change it into past tense. So Pharaohs caught the ball well. So catches will be changed to caught. Okay, underline caught. Next, the children bathe before going to bed. So bathe is in present form and we have to change this into past tense. So let us see, the children bathed before going to bed. Okay, so underline bathed because this is the past. This is in the past tense. Okay, students, so here we will be ending our video. I hope whatever I have explained you through this video, you all understood it, and you are going to see this video and you are doing the exercise as well in the workbook. So whenever you're doing the exercise, try to do it yourself first and then later you can check the answers from the video. Okay, students, now take care and stay safe at home. Bye bye and thanks for watching my video.